Who's ready to go walk around Colorado Springs at night? We're going to be downtown. We're going to go hit a few of the big popular blocks, look at some of the architecture, look at some of the buildings lit up at night, and then see what kind of vibe we have going on tonight. It's a Tuesday night, so we'll see what's going on. I do Friday night, but that's the day after I descend from Pike's Peak, so I probably won't be in a walking mood. So we're going to do it tonight and just see what we got, see the interesting people, places, and things that we can. So behind me is the Phantom Canyon Brewery. Now, it was told to me that in the upper levels of the brewery, which is apartments, that it was haunted. They've seen apparitions and things like that up there. So appropriately named Phantom Canyon Brewery. Well, if you come to Colorado Springs and it's nighttime and you think that you don't have to pay for parking, you're probably going to be wrong, because the guy in the clip I just took, yeah, he's a meter maid. He just put a ticket on a car. So, and it is 8:38 p.m. So they are definitely out and about in the evenings, even on Tuesdays. So we're walking down Tejon Street now. I just took a ride on it from Bijou, and it's one of the main strips right down, so you can go pretty much all downtown. It's got a lot of restaurants and bars, things like that in it. So when you're walking downtown, they have these little maps around that show you where you're at with the red star. You can kind of see they got Alamo Park, which is by the Pioneers Museum. Don't know why they call it Alamo Park, because there's only one Alamo if you ask anybody that's from Texas. And then it's got all the other parks, things like that on there, the park, the Greenway Trail and whatnot. So right now we are at the intersection of Pike's Peak and Tejon, and there are these yellow footsteps on the ground. And when you find these yellow footsteps that are on the ground, if you follow them, they're going to take you to something special. So let's go see what's special over here. So if you couldn't see it, it says Pikes. So throughout Colorado Springs, there are a lot of these yellow steps, and they are like a little scavenger hunt. So you can actually get online and you can find all the locations, and it'll take you to everywhere that they have these little things around town. So we'll probably pass a couple of them as I walk through town, and I'll show you them, and then you can come back over to Colorado Springs and do your own scavenger hunt and see how many you can find. So like I mentioned before, we're at Pike's Peak and Tejon, but Pike's Peak runs straight from Pike's Peak all the way down. So from Pikes Peak, you have a straight line shot to the mountain. I don't know if you can see it in here, but it's right there. It's kind of hard to see, but it's to this side of the Antler Hotel. So this is Hank. Hank is trying to figure out where he's at on the map because Hank was in the Air Force and doesn't know how to read a map. Check out the cool clock. It doesn't work, but it's pretty cool. According to it, it is 7:35 and it's actually 8:48. A little off. Ooh, I see some yellow tracks. Let's go see where they go. That one says fall. So we found Pikes and we found fall. I wonder where else we're gonna go, y'all. So we're actually at the old theater. Now it is rumored that this theater is haunted and that one of the performers still haunts this theater today. We're now in front of the mining exchange. The mining exchange is now a hotel, but it used to be the mining exchange. And every floor has a vault. The vaults are now used for housekeeping to keep linens and things like that in it. But the vaults are still there for when the gold miners would bring their ore here and store it. Now it's been rumored, and I haven't seen it, but it's been rumored there's actually a train in the basement because they had put it there at one point for the weather or something and then ended up not getting it out. So if you ever come, I haven't asked because I don't want to be that guy, but there is apparently a train engine down in the basement. Pretty cool. Toot toot. So we're now at Nevada and Pikes Peak. We're going down Nevada, heading, I guess it would be south. So we're gonna head south down Nevada to see what we can find there. Well, we're going down Adamant Alley. Adamant Alley is 100 years old. I didn't know they aged alleys, but apparently they do. But last time I was here, and it doesn't seem like it's going on because it's not the weekend, but they actually had electric wall art. So that, you know, if you buy those little globes at Christmas time and it puts like decorations on your house, they do the same thing down this alley. And as you can see, there's a little line. It was painted by a drunk person because it's getting kind of squiggly here and there, but it takes you all the way down the alley. And apparently, if you follow this trail, maybe it takes you to the bar trail because I saw a bar trail on there also. If you're wondering what the bar trail is, the bar trail was named after a gentleman by the last name of Barr who created a trail from down here to the top of Pikes Peak for his mules. And then he would ferry people up and down the trail. So the bar camp is at the halfway point, and he used to have a place there for his guests to rest, and then they go to the top the next day. You see, there's some wall art right there. We're back to Tejon Street. So we've got a couple bars across the street, some restaurants all around us. So Tejon, if you want to go downtown and you're looking for the nightlife, Tejon Street
hey guys, let's
is
turn around
it.
up here. So hook a left.
And if you want to, you can turn around here and hook a left. So basically we hooked a big square because there's the clock that doesn't work. So we're going to cross the street back, and we're at Pike's Peak in Tejon. We're going to go north now, and I'm going to show you a couple cool places that have a haunted past. So let's go check them out. Now, Thursday night through like Sunday, this place is hopping and popping. I used to come down here when I was stationed here at Fort Carson. So if you're looking for a fun time, I know it doesn't seem like it's hopping and popping. Like I mentioned, it's a Tuesday, but you come down here Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and some Sundays, and you're gonna be walking around a bunch of people, a lot of music, a lot of places will be open. So down here on Kiowa is a restaurant called The Rabbit Hole. I ate dinner at The Rabbit Hole. It's to die for. It was really good. I had chicken cordon bleu. It was pork tenders, perfect. The potatoes, everything. It was just good. Drinks were good too. Well, The Rabbit Hole was the old city morgue during the tuberculosis outbreak in this area. They took a building, turned it into a makeshift hospital, and then the basement was the morgue and crematorium. Well, that is now a restaurant. There's been a couple restaurants and a nightclub, but apparently it is haunted, and people get scratched or find apparitions there, or just weird things happen. So, but what's interesting is, so right over here, I don't know if you can see it. I'll get a better shot. You see the little red lights over there with the Christmas lights down there at the bottom? That is the rabbit hole. And well, right there used to be a YMCA. It used to be a hospital for tuberculosis patients. And in the bottom, there used to be a pool, and a young girl drowned in that pool. And apparently that young girl haunts that building still today. There is a bar in there, and at night they'll have nobody in there, and they'll have activity. There'll be shadows, there'll be lights on, there'll be noises made, things like that, and they see the apparitions of a young girl, similar to who died in the pool. So I'm across the street from the building that had the pool in it. You see the open sign right there. They are open for business. No booze about it. And then right here on Nevada and Kiowa is City Hall. A pretty cool building. I like it. Behind me, where all the lights are at, is another old theater that is supposedly haunted as well. Apparently there was a performer that died there, and I guess he hasn't left. I guess he's waiting for that final curtain call, which he's already had, but I don't think he knows he had it. I don't know. What do you think? Think you should give him a yay or a boo? Whoa. So, interesting fact about Colorado Springs, the elevation is just over 6,000 feet. And because of the elevation and the location to all the hiking trails and everything like that, it's the home of the Olympic and Paralympic Center. And because if you train at a higher altitude and you go to a lower altitude, your body's going to perform better. So if you train high and work low, you're going to do better. It's just kind of climbing a mountain. If you climb high and sleep low, you'll be able to do better. So this is an interesting fact about Colorado Springs. Now, I really like Colorado Springs, not because it's just beautiful. It's a cool little town. It's big, but not big. But this is where I met Heejin, and this is where my family started. It's where my son was born, and so I have a lot of special feelings for Colorado Springs. Every time I come here, I get to look at all the places and things that we did when I was dating Heejin, and places and things I did when our son was born. And so it's just a nice little opportunity to come back and reminisce a little bit. But even without that, Colorado Springs is a cool place to come to. I really highly recommend that you put it on your travel bucket list. Spending a week here and venturing out and seeing everything that there is to do, won't be disappointed. Well, that completes our time downtown Colorado Springs, about the 8 blocks or so that where the happenings are happening at, the bars, the restaurants, the entertainment. So I hope you enjoy it. If you have any questions about Colorado Springs, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask me. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that I may know the answers to. And if I don't know, then I'll Google it.